everyone. Let us discuss this example. So in this example they have given y is equal to this function and we have to prove that that y satisfy this equation as well as for nth derivative it satisfy that equation. That means actually this question has two sub questions. Let us focus on first sub question. So I have written y as it is. What we want for the first sub question, we have to find first derivative of y as well as second derivative of y. Let us start to do. So let us differentiate with respect to x. Differentiating with respect to x. Derivative of y is dy by dx. We can also denote it by y1. So this is equal to, minus sign is there. You can take separate derivatives. A is a constant. Derivative of cos is minus sign log x. Getting into. Now by chain rule, so the derivative of outer function we have taken, the inner function is log x. So we have to take its one more derivative. Derivative of log x is 1 by x minus b as it is. What is derivative of sin x? It is cos x log x. Again derivative of log x by chain rule, it is 1 by x. So the same chain rule I have applied for the second term also. So as you can see, in denominator we have x, that means 1 by x, 1 by x. So let us multiply both sides by x, so it will be more simple. So therefore let us multiply both sides by x. So x y1 is equal to minus a sin log x, right, minus b cos log x. So when you multiply these two terms by x, so x and 1 by x will get cancelled to each other. Okay, so now in this way we got y1. But see, we are also interested in y2. As you can see here, we want y2 also. That means one more derivative we have to take. Let us differentiate once again. Differentiating with respect to x. See, the problem is that in left hand side we have x y1. That means there is a product of two functions, x and y1. So when we have a product and when we take derivative, you have to apply u into v formula. First into derivative of second plus second into derivative of first. Let us apply u into v formula. X into derivative of y1 is y2 plus y1 derivative of x is 1. Okay, so in this way I use u into v formula. First into derivative of second plus second to derivative of first. Let us go further. This is equal to, now we have to take derivative of right hand side. In right hand side there are two terms, so we can take separate derivatives. Let us start with this one. Minus a is a constant. Derivative of sin is cos x log x. Again derivative of log x, which is 1 by x, minus, okay, minus b. Let us take its derivative. Derivative of cos is minus sin, minus plus sin log x into derivative of log x is 1 by x. That means the same chain rule we use again. Okay, but the problem is that again we have got 1 by x in right hand side. Okay, so how to remove that 1 by x? The technique is very simple. Just multiply both sides by x. That x 1 by x will be removed. Let us multiply both sides by x. What will you get if you multiply both sides by x? X square y2 plus x y1, right? So this is equal to, here I am multiplying by x, so 1 by x will get cancelled, minus a cos log x, right, plus, if you multiply it by x, 1 by x cancel, b sin log x, right? So yes, let us continue here. Left hand side I will write as it is, x square, therefore x square y2 plus x y1, right? So this is equal to, what will I do? I will take minus sign common. Let us take minus sign common. Let us see what will happen. So a cos log x. See, but there is no any minus sign to take common, so I should write minus there. Since when you solve the bracket, you will have again plus signs, sin log x. Okay, so by taking minus sign common, we have got that bracket. Tell me, have you seen this bracket anywhere? Yes, definitely. That bracket is nothing but y. Am I right? Yes, that bracket is nothing but y. So let us replace that bracket by y. So this is equal to minus, this minus, and this bracket is nothing but y. Okay. So let us take that y on this side. It has a minus sign already on that side. If you shift it here, it will have plus sign. So therefore, x square y2 plus x y1 plus y is equal to 0. So we got the required thing. Okay, so the first part is done. Now we have to focus on the second part. In second part, we have to take nth derivative. Since as you can see here, there is y n plus 2, y n plus 1. Obviously, we have to take nth derivative of this equation number 1. Okay. See, there is no more space to write, so make a screenshot of it and then we will go further. See, by taking nth derivative, okay, of both sides, what will happen? Addition is there, so we can take separate nth derivative. So I have done the same. and in right hand side we have already have 0. So if you take any type of derivative, you will always have 0. Okay, so let us continue. Let us find its nth derivative. See, here we have the product of two functions getting, so obviously we should go for Leibniz rule, right? Leibniz rule says that if we are taking nth derivative, we should start with NC0. What should be our u and what should be our v, whose nth derivative we can easily find, that will be your u, getting, and whose nth derivative will get vanish after a few steps, that should be our v. So here y2 will be our u and x square will be our v. Okay, so yes, let us continue. Its nth derivative is let me write y2n x square as it is. Next is nc1. It's we reduce its derivative, getting, so nth derivative we have already taken, so next derivative will be n minus 1 derivative. Its derivative is 2x, correct, plus let us go further in this way. nc2, it's yeah, we will reduce its derivative, that means n minus 2 derivative. Its next derivative is 2. Next, see, we have got constant here, so if I go further, derivative of constant is 0, you know, so that means if I go further, all terms will be 0 since derivative will be 0. So that means derivative of this term is over here, getting, since the remaining derivatives are 0. So we should move towards the next bracket. Plus, now we are applying Leibniz rule for this bracket also, right? Again, we have to select our u and v. What should be our u? U will be y1, getting, since nth derivative we can easily find. And what should be our v? X, since derivative of x will get vanish after final step, getting. So let us continue. So we all start with nc0, derivative of y, nth derivative of y1, and next derivative of x as it is, plus next step is nc1, next y1 n minus 1, derivative of x is 1, right, plus, so 1 we get a constant here. If I take a next derivative, it will be 0. So if I write the next term, it will be 0 since its derivative is 0. In this way, all remaining brackets will be 0. So we should stop here. So this derivative also we have finished. Let us go further. Y is as it is. So this is equal to 0. Let us simplify it further. So let me write few things which are very essential for us. That means NC0. When you have 0 in here as a suffix, then it will be prefix. Then it will be 1. Its value will be 1. Next is NC1. Its value is n. And NC2. Its value is n minus 1 by 2. So yes. So these values are very essential for us. Let us put those values here. Okay. So yeah. Let us write here. NC0 is 1. I will not write y. 2 and n, that means yn plus 2, x square will be there, plus nc1, its value is n, you can see there y. What will be its total derivative? N minus 1 plus 2, that means n plus 1, right? And this 2x plus nc2. What is value of nc2? n minus 1 by 2, right? This y 2 n minus 2. If you add, it will be yn into 2. Let us continue here. Okay, since we don't have space, plus nc0. nc0 is 1, as you can see here. It will be x y n plus 1, right? Next, nc1 is n, as you can see there, plus n. This is yn, am I right? So 1 and n minus 1, if you add, it will be yn. Yn will be there, one more. Okay, so this is equal to 0. So let us collect terms now. See, there is only one term of yn plus 2. So let us write x square yn plus 2. But there are some many terms of yn plus 1. This is term of yn plus 1. No, and where is this is term of yn plus 1. So if you add, what will happen? This 2x n, okay, yn plus 1. What can we take common? We can take x yn plus 1 common. So therefore, if you add, we will have 2n plus 1 x yn plus 1, right? Plus, let us collect terms of yn now. So this is term of yn, this is term of yn, this is term of yn, this is term of yn. Let us take yn common and remaining terms we will add. So here 2 will get cancelled, right? And here n square minus n, by simplifying n square minus n, yn we have taken common. Here if you take yn common, you will have n, and if you take yn common, you will have 1. So yn is equal to 0. Let us simplify it further and we will write a last step. Therefore x square yn plus 2 plus 2n plus 1 x yn plus 1. Here plus n minus n will get cancelled and you will have plus n square plus 1 y is equal to 0. So this is a required answer. Okay, in this way we completed this example. Make a screenshot of it and then we'll stop. Thank you. Bye bye.